So I would, if they opened up this time machine and you popped out, I just imagine the moment where everybody goes fucking crazy. It would be amazing.
Could be great.
I would love that, but I would also love you hanging it up.
Yeah, look, it's just, first of all, it's 2020, and I'm not an OCD guy, but I keep thinking, see clearly. See clearly, even if your vision is going. And it's difficult because I feel like we all just get buffeted by feelings and ego or fears or little, chips of resentments or intuitions that are tied to something maybe higher but you think is out of your reach or whatever. So it was a perfect time. And I got to go have dinner with a bunch of the Marvel folks last night and kind of have just a little bit of extra closure because, the movie came out and it was bananas, and the directors are sending me pictures of like people flipping out in theaters when Tony snaps, and I was like, whoa, this is kind of like a really big cultural thing. But then like Victoria Alonso, who's the head of VFX for all these movies, a literal super genius, or Kevin Feige or Favreau or Scarlett, or some people that I've just been there with it for a long time. We were there experiencing it all when it came out. And then we'd see each other on a red carpet, and it's not intimate. And then we kind of hadn't really had a chance just to do nothing, just hang out and, have some crudité and kind of talk shit. So it was really interesting being here today because yesterday was this kind of – last night was this kind of real, like felt like closing the circle on things a bit. That's
got to be bittersweet.
Yeah.
But I like that you want to move on. And I like that you want to, and I like that you're doing something like Dr. Dolittle, because you've done a lot of wild shit in your life. You've done a lot of wild shit in your career, but you sort of embody every new chapter with the same kind of energy. Although there's a different result and a different piece of art, it's all the same you, and that's one of the more interesting things about people, and in particular actors, because actors get to be a bunch of different things. And it's one of the weirder things about that craft. Like when you see, a guy who's like Daniel Day-Lewis, who like embodies these different humans, like literally becomes different humans. But it's always Daniel Day-Lewis. You know what I mean? Like even though he plays these the There Will Be Blood guy and all these different psychopaths and various fascinating characters, it's always the energy. Like you're pumped to see him do it, right? And I think I feel the same way with you. It's like I know you're an interesting guy. There's a lot of shit going on in your head. So when you dive into something, whatever it is, whether it's your character from Tropic Thunder or whatever it is, like it's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. diving into something. So I would imagine it would be kind of annoying, even though you are brilliant at Iron Man, to stay Iron Man.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, I don't have to find out, right? It's just interesting too. Life is doing something, and I'm at this place. It's also it baffles me, confidence. What does it really mean? There was a period of time where I felt like I did the first Iron Man, and then I went and did Tropic Thunder, and then I was doing the first Sherlock, and then I had my shirt off, and I was doing martial arts. I was all over the place, and it just felt like I was hitting triples no matter what I did. And then people are like, "Are you really as confident as you seem?" And I was like, "I guess right now I am, yeah." and I think this goes. I mean, this reminds me. We were just talking about the McGregor cowboy fight coming up. It's like
You gonna go to that?
I'm gonna watch it. How can you not watch it? Two brilliant souls who cannot lose. Neither one of them can afford to lose this fight. Wow, that is a matchup.
Yeah, particularly Cowboy doesn't want to lose.
Heck no.
But there's this guy who's the poster child, the guy who's the one, right? The chosen one. That's Connor. And then there's Cowboy who's like, I think I can fuck that guy up.
The journeyman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So confidence, there's been times when I felt I'm in possession of it, and then you want to let go a little bit because it's only ever the moment in life guiding you. The wind is so at your back that you're like, wow, are you just jumping over the waves and all that by yourself? And you're like, you bet I am. But there's a physics to the moment, man, moment, machine, whatever, and the wind's at your back. And then the wind does what the fucking wind does, and it changes. And if you're left there thinking, so I think it's great to be in full possession of what you would call supreme confidence, and then see what happens if you don't hold on to it so hard, because it's great. But it is a bit of an illusion, because like everything else, it's always changing. And every day, the reset button, the space bar gets pressed, and it's like, now what?
Yeah. The reset button. Yeah.